likes on your pictures and a platform to speak. That's why we've got people who will smile for a selfie, but yet they cry when they sleep. I'm afraid our keys of happiness have broken off on the lock inside the door. Because we placed our faith inside a man, when we've taken it out of the Lord. We've gotten great at it.
This opportunity to speak the word, Lord. We actually allow the words of our mouth, Lord, be the meditation in our heart, that it be acceptable in your heart, Lord, my Lord, my strength and my redeemer. Lord, we just thank you for today, Lord, as we speak, Lord, let it be cut in the hearts and the soul of man, not only just to penetrate the heart and soul, but let it be called to action, Lord. Let it be called to something that leads to better lives, better families, better marriages, better fatherhood, motherhood, whatever you have and you have been seeking for, better friendships, better relationships, Lord. So we just ask you, Lord, to continue to bless us and you'll be glorified, Lord. We will continue to do the works that you have called us to do. In Jesus' name, amen. Amen. So that little clip, I just looked that up because it kind of goes with my message that I'm going to be speaking about today. And he said something that was really profound in that video that's kind of exudes what I'm going to be talking about today. He said that the world, we believe in the world's image of us, but we forget who the one who painted us. Basically, what he's saying is that we are made from the image of God. So my lesson today is going to be giving your heart by being the mirror of Christ. Giving your heart by being the mirror of Christ. What this is going to teach us, what we were created for, how we misunderstood what God has for us and what he created us for, and what we're going to do to push forward through that. Because one thing I can tell you for myself, that this has been an up and down year for us in the different aspects of our year. We started out the year pretty strong, on fire. We was executive pastor of a ministry, another ministry in Aurora. But God had a different plan for us. He wanted us to move forward into the vision that he had for us. So he wanted us to start this ministry, chasing God for his ministry. But through that trial and circumstance, he made me realize that I'm the image of him. And that I need to start to create an avenue where I'm going to be chasing after him. So he sent me to these different ministries to learn and to be taught and to be groomed in the different things of him so I can move forward in the things that he wants me to do. Then when we started the ministry, we started out pretty strong, pretty on fire, and then it kind of dipped a little bit. The reason why it dipped a little bit is because I allowed my circumstances to dictate who I was, and not allowing the God that is within me to be the reflection of who I am. So what that ended up doing, it made me kind of fall into a position where I used to be as a young man of God, where I used to kind of body up everything and have this ball of anger inside of me. And I had to realize is that my attitude is what's going to dictate the promises and the purpose that God has for me. So I need to make sure I'm controlling those things. Amen? All right, so my keynote scripture for this message is going to come from Romans 8:28 and 29. I'm going to be reading from the God's Word version, And it reads, "We know that all things work together for the good, for those who love God, those who he has called according to his plan." This is true because he already knows his people and has already appointed them to have it the same form as the image of his son. Therefore, his son is the firstborn among many children. So like I was saying, through this trial and circumstances, God has been taking me somewhere. In that process, he created a message inside of my belly. And the message was a generation's cry. It's actually one of the most dear to my heart messages that I actually spoke about. Because in that message, I talked about that the good in your life is directly related to the love you have for God. Amen? That means this. You can have good things, and good things can happen to you, but the fulfillment comes from God. Understanding that having good things don't dictate good living. It doesn't replace God. You can't replace God with things that are perished, that will perish in this earth. Only thing that you can do is have God in the forefront of your life. Amen? So how do we do this? How do we limit to God? These are three ways that I believe that we limit God. With our attitude, the way we think about things, the way we the different things that God has for us. the way that we have relationships, how we continue relationships, how we come forth in the things that God has for us. Another way that He will limit God is giving people the power over our actions. That also controls our attitude. That controls our attitude. When we give people power over control our actions, meaning that when we come into situations and circumstances where He can be glorified, but He doesn't get glorified in an instance because we allow people to dictate what we do and what we say. Amen. We can't allow people to do that because if we give power, if we give people the power over our actions, who are we putting in control? Are we putting the man in control or are we putting God in control? We're putting man in control. So we got to make sure that we're putting God in control of the situation because that's going to give the outcome that we need. Because your good is directly related to your love for God. So if you allow somebody to dictate the action that you have, you're not focused on the love that God has for you. Amen? We don't, and the next thing that we limit God, we don't study our purpose. And I'm going to get into that a little detail a little later because I think that's going to be the key to unlock the things and the image that God has for us because He has wonderfully and beautifully made us in His image. Amen? We are the mirror of Christ's life. The world said in Romans, it says this. This is true because we already knew His people and had already appointed them to have the same form as an image of His Son. The same form. He has appointed us to be the image of God. And we remember back in Genesis, He said that He created man in His image. Amen? When He created us, He formed us and molded us in the image of Christ. Not only on the physical level, but on the mental level. So I'm going to send him somebody to help him. So in that aspect, when we understand a man and woman, or man and wife, we have to understand that what our roles really are. Because when we step out our roles, we lose the ability to focus on the things that God has for us. Mm-hmm. And we lose the ability to focus on the charge that God has for us. That's what Adam did. He was passive. He didn't allow his charge to dictate his outcome. He allowed his circumstances and his mental state to dictate his outcome. And see, the thing is, what people fail to realize about this story is that Adam was sitting right next to Eve. He was sitting right next to her. As the devil was talking to her. He just sitting there. And then she passed over and said, eat this. So he's listening to what the charge that the devil said, and he believed the charge of the devil over the charge of God. So that's the first mistake that we made. The second mistake we made is that we allowed the destruction our ego to get into place of things. Let me get into a little bit of detail what I mean by that. The only thing, and I preached this also in that sermon that I did before Generation Christ, and I said in that the only difference that we have between animals is our ability to reflect on our action and our ability to have empathy. That's what makes us different from animals. So we lose our ability to reflect on our actions, meaning that if we do something, we don't feel any remorse and be able to apologize about our actions, or if we do something and we see something and we're not able to empathize with what's going on with other people, we lose our human nature. What do I mean by that? Think about Adam's son, Cain and Abel. Cain was so focused on him being the firstborn, having the first birthright, that he didn't understand the power that he had inside him. Because God said this, if you do not do right, would I not accept what you gave me as well? But he accepted Abel's offering, but he didn't accept Cain's offering. So that made him frustrated and angry to the point that he killed his brother. So essentially, he didn't have reflection on his action. He didn't have empathy for what God had said for him. Amen? The second instance that we saw this is in Daniel. This situation with Daniel was that he was an interpreter for King Nebuchadnezzar. King Nebuchadnezzar had a dream, and he wanted Daniel to interpret that dream. And basically, to make a long story short, in that dream, Daniel interpreted said, if you don't turn for the things that you're doing, you're going to turn into a beast. Literally turn into a beast. You're going to turn into an animal. And you're going to feed off the grass just like the ox. And what ended up happening in that story was this. He didn't believe Daniel. And Daniel said this, is that you have to know who the kingdom belongs to God. It was given to you as that. in our house. If God gave us dominion and dominion and power over the land, what is technically our role in our dominion and our purpose in John 14:12-4? And it said, I assure you, the one who believes in me will also do the works that I do, and he that do even greater works than me. Because I going to the Father, whether you see or ask in my name, I will do it, so that my Father may be glorified in the Son. And if he asks anything in my name, I will do it. Glorify God. See, the thing is that we try to fulfill our self-purpose. Things that are fulfill ourselves. But we have to remember that everything we must do in order for God to do it, in order for Jesus to create it for us, or in order for it to be molded in his image, we have to make sure that it is focused on glorifying the Lord. Amen? Yes. See, this is why this is focusing on what would make his kingdom great. So even in the instance when he had somebody to help guide him, he had a prophet that helped guide him to win these many battles on this earth, but he didn't focus on that. He wanted to do it on his own. So God said, you know what? I'm going to find somebody that has my heart. That's when he came after King David. Amen? King David is the one who had to take after God's heart. That was a person that stepped up to the only beast that people didn't want to defeat, Goliath, and was able to defeat him because he knew that God would get the glory. It wasn't for his self-gain, it was for the glory of God. Amen? Amen. And after that, the after effect of him beating Goliath, he made many battles in the name of the Lord. So, essentially, doing things to glorify God is what makes you successful. How can I relate that to my own life? So many times in my early 20s, I'm like, man, I live like way below my means. You know, I got old cars, I got old this, and I have, you know, I don't have clothes and all these different things. But one thing that I'm focused on is that I'm focused on helping people. No matter what, I always had a heart to try to help people. And God said that through that circumstances that you were going through, I was preparing you. I was preparing your heart to the things that I have for you. So I was able to do the things that God had for me. I was able to have the things that God had for me only because I focused on the things that made and brought him glory. Essentially, what ends up happening in my family, just to kind of bring it all together, is that God convicted me. Because 4 years ago, me and Krista put together an expectation for our family. What do we expect for our family to look like? And in that, it was birthed our core values of our family. It was birthed after that. And yeah, I did some tweaking, I did some other things and different like that. And you know, I would talk about it, I would do these different things like that. But I was missing one cup of key component. How do people know what your ministry is unless you put it up? As you see, we have our core values posted right here for everybody to be able to see and able to know what our core values are. Amen? So we have to, so the same thing, if I did this for my church, why didn't I do it for my homes? So when you walk in my house now, you can see the fact that God has placed in there an opportunity for me to have my core values placed into my home. So now, even today, with Caleb, because every day that he walks down the stairs, I'll be like, what's your core values in your family? He'll tell me. But today, I forgot to do that. So he's like, Caleb, what up? And he was like, Papa, what about that? What about our core values? See, I'm training up my son to be able to understand his purpose. And his purpose is not predicated on me, but it's predicated by the Lord. And why is that important? Because you can see in Malachi 4:6, he that turns the hearts of the fathers to their children, and the hearts of the children to their fathers, otherwise I will come and strike the land with a curse. So what you have to realize with this aspect is that if I don't turn my son's heart towards me, I can cause a curse on my family. So what you have to realize is that your purpose and your seed, what you do to your seed, predicate generation and generation of things that are going to happen until you'll be able to pursue it. Right? Mm-hmm. So that even goes for the kingdom. As I pursue the kingdom, as I pursue the things of the kingdom and the works of the kingdom, I have to realize is that people got to understand what this ministry is all about. It's about changing hearts. It's about kingdom work, kingdom building, community building. And if you don't understand that, then you don't understand your purpose. You don't know what direction you're headed. Amen? So my charge, this is my charge for everybody in this room, to pray and to think about the things that God has for you, for your family. To think about what you want your core values of your family to be. To think about your direction and the purpose that you want for your family. Think about those different things, because one thing is for sure, I can guarantee you, is that my son is never going to, when you talk to his grandkids, when you talk to his grandkids, when I'm long gone, he's going to realize that I had a purpose for our family. And he's going to be able to express that to his grandkids. And his grandkids are going to express it to their grandkids. And so forth and so forth. So by doing this, you make a generational impact on the things that God has for you. Amen? Amen. All right, let's pray. Father God, in the name of Jesus, Lord, we thank you. We praise you. We give you the glory and the honor, Lord. We thank you for your word on today. We thank you for the word that you put on my heart on today, Lord. It was a word of triumph, a word of victory, Lord. So as we continue to go forward, let this be applicable to our lives. Let the word resonate in the hearts of men, that they can be filled with the things of you, Lord, that you can be glorified and not their own selfish innate nature, Lord. Allow us to be compelled towards your heart as closely as possible. And all these things we ask in your Son, Jesus' name. Amen.